Hello and welcome back to Intentional Living. I am your host, Shannon Moore, and today I'll be coming to you with a DIY floral table backdrop. Before I get started, I just want to say, excuse the mess. A lot of this video you will see in my workspace, and there is literally stuff everywhere. There's stuff in here that doesn't even belong in here, but hey, what can I say? There's a lot of little people running around my place. Alright everyone, so let's get started. First of all, shout out to my grandmother. She always buys us PJs for Christmas. And it's late. It's a little after 10 p.m. where I am, so I'm working in my PJs. I love the onesies. So I'm starting out with my foam board, and the mirrors are going to serve as my base. I'm tracing them out on the foam board just to make the bottom of them a little more leveled. And then I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and cut out the pieces that I'm going to be applying to the back of my mirrors. Once I had cut them out to size, I decided to go back in and cut them down a little more so that they wouldn't be sticking out the side of the mirrors. That way they were a little less visible. Before you apply your mirrors, make sure that you remove the little black tabs so that the mirror can adhere properly to the foam board. The paper that's on the back is no big deal, and I didn't want to really fight to get it off. Sometimes it's a little tough to get off, so I left it where it was. So now I'm working with my foam blocks, working on putting my stand together. And what I am going to be doing is hot gluing my foam blocks together. I got them from the Dollar Tree. And these were blocks that I used for previous projects, so that's why they're already attached and have holes in them. I'm also going to be using my foam blocks, foam cubes, I'm sorry. And actually these are styrofoam, they're not like the other ones. The other ones, the foam is kind of soft. This foam doesn't shed as much, which I prefer. So I'm just sticking my PVC pipe down and getting a marking for it, making sure that it's centered, and I apply some pressure to that so that I can make the indent. And originally I wanted to place these foam blocks on top of the mirrors, but I'm also going to be filling them with flowers and the mirrors won't be visible. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Using the area where I applied the pressure, I'm just going to put hot glue down in the circle that I made with my PVC pipe and then stick the pipe down in there so it will stick. Apply more hot glue so that it will stand, and then stand it up on the ground. I hold it in place to make sure that it adheres standing straight up so it's not like leaning to the side. And then I repeat the process with the second cube and second PVC pipe. Right here, I am getting ready to attach my two separate foams together. There were 3 and 3. So I'm going to be connecting them together so that I can fit them to the top of the frame. And then I set them to the side to let them dry. So now I'm going back to my PVC piping because I want to dress it up with some bling wrap. And originally I was going to go in like a spiral direction, but I ended up changing my mind on that and just wrapping it, going straight down the PVC pipe instead of the spiral motion. I measured out how much of my bling wrap I would need to cover it completely, and then I cut off the excess. Right here, I'm using my ruler so that I can measure on both pipes, and I'm going 1 inch from the top of the pipe, and I'm drawing a line with a permanent marker so I know where to put my bling wrap. Oops, dropped the camera. I applied the hot glue on the very last strand of bling wrap, not to all of it. To close it up completely on the PVC pipe, I am adding glue to the other end of the bling wrap. and then I'm attaching it to the top of the piece that I've already attached to the PVC pipe. That way it's nice and secure. Now I'm going to go in with some roses, white roses that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am sticking them into my foam cube that is attached to the bottom of the PVC pipe. I am being somewhat strategic as to how I'm placing these because I want it to be full and I want it to be even on all sides. So I put 4 in the top, and then I put 2 at the top of the sides on each side. And then I will go back in and fill in any gaps with extra roses that I have lingering on the side. I was also careful and cautious about the sizes of where I was putting the sizes of the roses because they're different sizes. Some of them are a little more open than others, so I used the ones that were a little wider to fill in the gaps. I'm going to be using 2 more pieces of PVC piping and some connectors so I can put it all together. I would prefer to use the elbow pieces. Oh, that's my sister. But I didn't have enough of those, so I'm just using what I have on hand, connecting the PVC piping to the bottom piece, and I'm using a connector in between the 2 to put those together. Just making sure that it's standing like I need it to. My original plan was to have my floral arrangement on the top of the PVC piping or on the front of it. I knew I wanted it to be connected some kind of way. So here I'm just using some random string that I had, ribbon that I had on hand, and the color of the ribbon doesn't matter because it's not going to be visible at all. I brought in my son, who is also in his jammies that our Grammy bought for us. And he's just holding that side for me so that I can attach my foam blocks to the top of my PVC piping. It kept falling on me. So I thought, okay, I can just leave it attached like it is and apply the flowers to the front, to the bottom, and to the top so that it will cover the PVC piping. I'm going in with my hydrangeas, wisterias, roses, just whatever flowers that I have on hand to stay in the color scheme of what I'm going for, and attaching them to my foam blocks. As I was working, I noticed that the more flowers that I added, it became too heavy. So yeah, this did not work. Trying my hardest to get this to stay on the PVC piping, I went in with hot glue and tried to hot glue it to the PVC piping, which was not ideal because I didn't want it to stay that way. So I just took it off completely and applied the flowers to it, sitting on top of my table. how pretty. All these pretty flowers on this arrangement together. I just love flowers. Purple is my favorite color. You will learn that about me because it's in almost everything that I do. These flowers did not come from the Dollar Tree. They came from Hobby Lobby. I love shopping there for flowers. Usually every other week you go in, they're like 40% off, 50% off. So I like to shop there for flowers. These little small buds of roses were in my flower collection, and I thought they would be cute to add in. They were not originally a part of the plan, but they were cute little space fillers. So I love them. So just take your time and place your flowers how you would like them. Make sure that you have your colors evenly spread about so that it's not like chunks of colors in certain places. You want them to be spaced out evenly so the colors flow. This is the back of my floral arrangement. I'm not going to be adding any flowers to that because it's not going to be visible. After completing this arrangement, I then realized that it was way too heavy for the top of my PVC pipe frame. So what I did was I went in with a jar that I got from the Dollar Tree and some white stones that I got from the Dollar Tree to add some weight to it. The blue stones, I colored those myself with navy blue acrylic paint. I put the stones inside of a bag, squeezed the paint inside of the bag, and then shook it around to color all of the stones. That was from a previous project. I had those on hand. So to attach the two together, I used a permanent marker and I set the floral arrangement on top of my jar. I drew a circle around it from the bottom, and then that gave me my markings that I needed, so I knew where to apply the glue to make sure that it would attach properly to the glass jars with the stones in it. And that is it, you guys. I got my stand all together. I used a white sheer fabric and I just draped it on the top of my PVC piping, and then I placed my floral arrangement on top of that. So the floral arrangement is not attached to the PVC piping, which is how I prefer it to be, so I can use it for something else if I need it to. I just love how this came together, you guys. I cannot wait to see it set up at the table with the rest of the decorations. I'm super excited to see that. Please like, subscribe, and share, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below how you would have done it, what you would have done differently. Let's talk it out. Can't wait to see you guys in my next video, in my comment section. Please like and share with friends and family. And that is all. God bless. Good night.